In this video, I will compare two different crypto miners at two drastic different prices to see which I think is the best for its price. New crypto miners are launched almost every month, even more often than a new doomsday Netflix movie is created. But we are now starting to see quite affordable cheap crypto miners out there, everything from hard drive miners to DePIN miners collecting data without needing almost any electric power at all. And today I will compare one such cheap miner with a $2,500 miner, finding out if bigger is indeed better. Let's go. Here we have the first crypto miner, which is the cheap one, coming in at just $250. This is the indoor decibel miner from Fry Foundation. It's a plug-and-play device and it's very easy to set up and use. We just connect the power and internet and connect the miner to a wallet to where our rewards are sent to. And when that's done, the miner just sits there and that's it. But it keeps mining and getting us crypto every single day. But now you're probably thinking that miner consumes a ton of power, costing your parents a fortune in electric cost. But that is where you are wrong, my friend. This miner just needs around 15 watts to run, which is basically nothing and pretty common for most DePIN miners that are just data collectors. They don't need that much in power consumption. And for us who don't keep track of wattage to dollar cost, 15 watts run 24/7 equals to about $1.6 per month in electric cost. Okay, so it's safe to say it's pretty cheap to run this device. But what does this decibel miner do? This DePIN miner collects decibel volume data that is then sold to companies that can utilize that data for their own benefit. But you don't need to worry, the miner does not record all sounds, it doesn't record your conversations or your late night exercise. It only records volume data. And we miners who have the device up and running 24/7 are rewarded in the Fry crypto token for it. So before you start screaming into your devices at home hoping to earn a treasure from volume collecting data, how much does this cheap miner actually earn us? Well, this miner is currently earning us 161.79 Fry tokens per day, but will start to earn 323 Fry tokens per day after their mainnet launch in October 2024. But according to the current earnings and the price of the Fry token, it earns us this much per day, and ultimately give the miner this ROI, return on investment, so this many days to make back the investment of the miner. But now let's move on to the expensive miner. Here is the $2,500 crypto miner. This is the KS1 Kaspa miner, but by the time I post this video, there is already a version 2, 3, 4, and 5 that can cost as much as $21,000. These ASIC miners mine the Kaspa token, and Kaspa is a faster, more efficient and better version of Bitcoin that is made by an OG blockchain individual whose work have been cited and mentioned by founders in Ethereum, Cardano, and even XRP, which is probably a big reason to why Kaspa have been exploding up in price during the past years and continues to perform well. Kaspa is a proof-of-work blockchain that uses these big, bulky miners to secure and maintain the Kaspa blockchain. However, these machines are loud. Just listen to this. So we better keep those miners in isolated areas like in a garage or industrial facility. So this miner is not for everyone. But how much does this expensive miner earn? The KS1 mines at 1 terahash per second, which currently earns us around 36 Kaspa tokens per day, which are currently worth $4.6. However, these ASIC miners require quite a lot of power, and if we account for the power use of 600 watts and a decent electric rate, we can see that it brings us around $2.8 per day after deducting electric costs. This gives the KS1 the following ROI. So if we now compare the cheap with the expensive miner, we can see that they currently got similar ROI numbers. So what are my thoughts on this? Well, the Fry miner is cheap, it's silent, and it can be run by anyone, anywhere. So I think the cheaper miner will fit a lot more people, since not everyone have a spare garage or facility to run loud, expensive miners in. However, it can be said that proof-of-work tokens like Bitcoin, Kaspa have a much more stable price action than newly speculating DePIN IoT tokens, so it could very well be that Kaspa miners have a higher chance of performing better long term. What miner do you think is the best one here? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.